Hello? Yeah. It's not supposed to do that. No. So why are you loose? Hello. We are back. What the hell? Facility full? Ooh. The cemetery is full. That's fine. We can empty it a little bit. Because we have a second... Yes, I was panicked then. I was like, where is it? It's here! We have a second facility. Which we may need more. I'm very white. Try that one. Let's play better. How is this? It's just the screen. A bit wonky. Okay. So, hi guys. I am working on this bit finally. Today, so we've got Big Booty Bay and Fatberg Estates. I started putting together a little bit of a what do you call it? Highway access. This is one of the exits. So they'll be coming up here. They can only leave out of this junction. So they'll, if they're going west, they'll jump on this up ramp, go around this bend, jump down, join the third lane there because I've broken it down to 2. And then the same here, broke it down to 2 in the same spot. Come along, join the third, and then off you go. And I've also put a fake little fence that runs off into the forest. It's not a fake fence, it's a real fence. It's the ore industry fence, I think. Ore industry. Just because, you know, it looks like corrugated metal. It seems to fit quite nicely. But yeah, this is one of the off-ramps to leave the city. The other one is going to be here. And then this one is going to be where they come in. This one's kind of a bit of both. We might... Actually, no, we want to make this so it can't connect this way. Because otherwise everyone's going to come off here. Because technically that might be the faster route if they come off here and go this way. Although this road won't be there. So maybe not. We'll see. We shall see. Move that down a bit. Nope, that didn't help. That still didn't help. You can still see me. Anyway. I've done a few upgrades to the beachfront. We've knocked a few of these larger buildings down just to give the residential areas a bit more of a view. The residential areas, I've also upgraded this middle, well, this half of this block is now high density. And I've sort of manually picked the buildings. Well, manually picked. I've deleted them until I was happy with them and then marked them as historical. Same with the commercials. That way they don't change when they level up. It's looking quite nice all in all. I also added a bit of high residential up here in this little empty square that we had. We had a medical centre and 2 car parks. But I was like, I don't really know what else to do with this just yet. But we were having a few problems with not enough workers. So I put down a dead person is waiting for transport. It's because this is still set to empty. We can probably stop doing that now. Yeah, because we are going to access this tile, and this tile eventually, and we'll be able to spread that out further. But for now, I think that's pretty much done. These people will get picked up as the nurses come back from this extremely long journey. Oh, this is old sand. That's quite cool. I didn't realise it did that. That's quite interesting. We'll also get rid of this wind turbine when we've got enough houses coming all the way down. Right, so today we're pretty much just going to be doing this. That was the thing. What I'm probably going to do, I'm probably going to switch to the no webcam screen because I'm going to be eating in a second. So I'll turn the webcam off, turn the mic off. I'll turn the game music up, and we'll just map out what we want here, road-wise. All of this front bit is going to be probably offices and high-density commercial. And I think I've already got it spec'd for leisure. So districts specialise in leisure activities, have more vibrant nightlife and many options for daytime relaxation as well. Causes noise pollution. Commercial zones are active 24/7. So all of our front is going to be probably high density commercial, then offices behind, block out some of the noise, maybe some parks beyond that, and then behind that we're going to have a lot of high density residential, and that pattern's going to repeat in all of these segments. I was tempted to put a farm here or here. I might still do that here. This might be a good spot for a farm and an industry section. We could even tie in the train actually as well, thinking about it, if we did that. But we could also just block off this little alcove for a farm, because that's all farmland there. So that's actually quite a good spot. It's not the best farmland, I don't think. Yeah, compared to that, like is barely farmland, but does it make sense to have a farm in the middle of a city? Probably not. So I think we'll hold off on it now. What the hell is this? That's like farm and oil for some reason. Weird. There's probably other sections that have, yeah, so there's some good spots of farms on some of these other islands that we'll get to. For some reason there's really fertile land on top of this mountain. Sure, that makes sense. A couple of spots over here. We've got a couple of spots of forestry as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and sort the food out. So the first thing I'll do is swap to the well, I'll turn the music up, swap to the no webcam one so that you can at least enjoy the music for a little bit. And I'll be back once I've finished eating. Well, I'll be playing, but I'll be back here as soon as I finished eating. Okay, BRB.
Tech cameras. If you want the best, you have got to go big. That's why our cameras are the biggest on the market. Our shutters the loudest. Our lenses the longest. Cameras aren't paperweights. They're tools. Tools used to create. In fact, the most valuable camera is the one that you're afraid to take outside. Tech. Only the best.
Hey there, friends. Today I've been thinking about weather. That cozy feeling you get when the world outside is softened by rain, and all the sounds just blur together under the gentle drumming of the clouds. That's what we're all about here at the Deep Focus channel. But you know, sometimes you can get lost in that kind of mood. Stay inside and hide from the gray skies. To all of you out there caught in the rain, remember you'll have fresh growth before too long.
It's Super Salmon Days down at Fish Brothers. For a limited time, bring in any fish and get a chilled salmon entree free. You heard right. Bring in any fish and get a free chilled salmon entree. And I mean any fish. Got a swordfish lying around? Bring it in. Got a goldfish you're sick of feeding? Bring it in. Got a fish that's been sitting in the sun for a few days? Bring it in. We'll throw it in with the rest of them. What we do with the fish is nobody's business but ours. Just enjoy your salmon $8.99 with our famous stew. So, welcome on into Fish Brothers Seafood Themed Restaurant, where everything's a great catch. Except the shrimp. Hi, I'm Greg, owner and founder of Steel Frame Spots. Due to unusually short fingers, which are a characteristic of my family line, I was unable to play spots at the elite level I would have liked to. Instead, I invested my energy into getting you the lowest prices possible on athletic gear. Unlike the local sports teams, you can count on us every year. I fight every day to get you the best deals. I'll never drop the ball on prices, and that's because low prices and my customers' happiness are not affected by the short fingers mentioned earlier in the advertisement. Just remember, when the game's on the line, who do you count on? Steel Frame Spots. That's who. Check out our ad in the Weekly Nickel.
Deep Thoughts thought of the day is that you should leave that dial right where it is. Welcome to the Deep Focus channel.
Nice. So that's all the food. So we've come back and we've hit a small city. Cable cars, that could be interesting. Monorail trains, we can now put those lines down that we were talking about. A couple of new policies, a couple of new roads. Train station cargo terminal, yes. Okay. University. Hydropower. Okay, we can't really use hydropower on this map, but it's good to have it unlocked. When do we unlock crematoriums? 13,000. Okay. Well, we'll easily smash that. So I'm thinking this segment alone is going to have 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20,000 people. Oh, these run out of power. Funny. Let's put one of these down for him for now. Oh, that's all actually also fully connected to the power grid now. That's cool. Okay, so we need a couple more buildings to bridge this gap and this gap. But once we've got that, we should be alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat my food now. Oh my, there are dead people. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you? We may need to put a temporary graveyard down. Health. And I want it a little bit closer. Let's just, for now, let's just put it there. We can empty it later on. Not so good, but don't want to talk about it. Fair enough. I feel that. Right, I'm just going to leave it on this, and I'm just going to go eat my food. I will be back very shortly. question. Are you really fat and middle-aged? I am, but I'm actually not a man. No, I'm joking. Yes, I am. Burn down. How did the toilet burn down? Good lord. Could the state of this? Someone had a really bad accident. Okay, so that I'm assuming that burned down because it's in the park and not accessible from the road. So we need... probably need a helicopter depot. We need a disaster response unit as well. And probably it should also have a radio mast. Let's plop that down. Can we do a big one? Oh, we can do a big one. How does that look there? So, doesn't look too bad, but actually that's a much better place for it. It's absolutely perfect for that. There we go. Got no power, that's fine. We can plop down a windmill specifically for you. Well, we could, except you're stupid. So we'll just do 3. It's better than 1 on its own anyway. This one slightly up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So we've got our radio mast. We need a fire helicopter depot. This is quite large. I would prefer to put this outside the city. For now, we will put it here because we know we're going to move it. Disaster response air unit. Yeah, we'll put both of those there because we know we're going to move them. So it doesn't matter that right now they look hideous. We're probably going to stick those maybe up here at the foot of the mountain. We'll build a little bit of an area for them. Let's try building to see what it was and if it can be rebuilt. So we know it was a toilet. We can't rebuild it just yet. It needs to be searched for survivors by a disaster response unit before it can be rebuilt. Okay. That should be fine. Right, I'm just going to go and get rid of my plate. I'll be back in a jiffy. Maybe this screen to look at for a change.
Say cheese, it's Cheese Week at Big Bite Burgers and Fries. All this week, in addition to our regular menu, try our all-you-can-eat signature sides, like our famous bowl full of melted cheese, served steamy and bubbling. It's the bottomless chubbler. Or our New Orleans-inspired pork sandwich, the Pig Cheesy. And our signature flagship, the spicy blue cheese-topped jalapeno cheese blucher. So hurry in and get them while they last. After all, why take a little bite when you can take a big bite?
positive mindset is one of the most powerful tools we have to influence our days. Even if things aren't going your way, focus on the bright side. Send good vibes into the universe, and the universe will send some right back at you. I know it can be tough on days when you're feeling down, but give it a shot and experience the power of the human mind. If you need a helping hand to get started, here's a track to set the mood. As always, I'm Deep Thought, and this is the Deep Focus Channel.
We're back. We have a radio mast to space. Okay, let's actually get cracking with this. I think we're done with. Has this been? This can be rebuilt now. That's good. People don't have to walk through the sludge and corpses anymore. That's good. Will this rebuild by itself? Or do I have to demolish it? I suppose we don't have any demand at the minute, so it could just be that. And we don't have any demand at the minute because we just built a load of high density commercial, but we haven't built our high density residential, so let's do that next. Actually, next, let's sort out the second one of these, which is going to be over there, and then the influx here. So let's kind of repeat this, but over there. I raised this up for virtually no reason. We could, I suppose we could curve that round. Which road is this? This is this one. Let's curve that in here. Can I do straight from there? Can. That works. And then this one, can we just go straight? Let's just go straight up to there, and then we'll join this road, which was just a standard road, I think. Standard road. Just bring that in for now, so we've got it. Okay. I think what we'll mirror this over there, and then here we'll build sort of a 2 semicircle if we can. We might do this one going off into here, and then this one coming off into here. That could be interesting. Could be, might not be, we'll see. It is going to have to work slightly differently here, isn't it? So I'm just going to do it from this unit. Let's do the off-ramp first, because we know what that shape's going to be. And now I just have to remember how the hell I did this. I think I built a road going across first to get the flat edge. And that's going to be on this side. And this side is also raised up a bit. So that's going to make it even more interesting. We could do... we could do it on the floor. Let's do... That's a pillar. I have to go over a little bit, isn't it, to get past that pillar. Free form, let's go this way. And I'm going to have to go underneath like that. That's too far. Perfect. Oh, that's not out far enough, that's why that was too far. Okay. Try again. No worries. Let's come out all the way there. And then we're going to come here. And then we're coming one and a little bit units out. So probably there, I'm going to say. Yeah, that's perfect. Just destroyed that, you didn't see anything. I'm supposed to destroy this one and this one. this one. Let's actually put that back in, because then we know where we were. And then we can come across like this, and we want to be in the middle as much as possible. Get that straight on, and then we can get rid of that. That gives us our nice little horseshoe. Now this one went up and over. This one's going to go down and under, and then it's going to merge because it's, oh no, it's going off, so it's going to split. It's going to come off, it's going to split. One's going to go around and then up. Where's my mouse dead? My mouse actually died. Ha! It has. That's okay. We have this. I believe will act as a plug.
We all want to be prepared.
We shall
We all
find out.
want to be sure that the people we leave behind don't think we're jerks.
Okay.
That's
So I can
where
use it, plug
final
it. Cool.
insurance comes in.
It's
We
good to know.
provide peace of mind for when you rest in
Let me
peace.
screenshot this.
For a small monthly sum,
So that I
you
don't
can
have to keep
spend
coming
your final
back.
years knowing that Final Insurance has everything taken care of. Final Insurance, the last insurance you'll ever need.
We are the law. Accountant. The law accounting. I know what you're thinking. Are we lawyers? Are we accountants? Well, it's a complicated question, probably requiring the services of a lawyer and an accountant. Is that us? Well, what do you think? Seems to me that there's a lot of you out there who might need the use of the law accounting. But that's not legal advice. That's life advice. In fact, we're legally barred from providing legal advice. The law accounting. Officially unlicensed since 2005.
Deep Thoughts' thought of the day is that you should leave that dial right where it is. Welcome to the Deep Focus channel.
Wait, this is the... Oh, this is the offer, you dumbass. So we want the on-ramp, don't we? Okay, I'm a fucking idiot. Let's go in that way. So yeah, it can't be mirrored. It has to be the same. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, and I think I prefer it going over as well, so it's going to have to be quite tall. So let's do... I wonder, can I do something like this? If I go like this, go up, and we go around, will that be tall enough? It won't. maybe if I went up in incremental stages though. So right now we're up, I think we're up 3 right now. No, we're up 4. Oh, because I built the highway from the lower end in there, probably. Okay. So we need to go up 5. Trying to see how tall we need to be just to get over that. We need to be this tall. Okay, and then we need our curved bit. So let's do something like this. Let's push that down as far as we can that way. Get rid of this. How long is this? This is 1200. Oops, I deleted the highway. My bad. What kind of highway is it? It's just a regular highway. Okay. Okay. So that's our ramp. Well, our curve going around there. That's still too thingy, isn't it? Let's upgrade this. And get it a little bit more straight. That works. And which way around is this going to go? This is going... So they're going to go this way. And join up, like, I suppose they could go straight there. That's a problem, so we need to get rid of that, get rid of that. Nice little slope there. In fact, we can do that nicer by connecting it straight to the highway at that point. So that now slopes down really nice. Beautiful. And it's going to be a horrific steep incline, yeah. Okay, so let's go across like this. Let's go straight to there. And then we'll come down. we want to be right on the ground. And we want to be on the ground by about the same point. So if we go up one tier there, and then we go turn those around, grab that, that should slope up really nicely, which it does. A little bit wonky at the end, but that's okay. This is going to touch the ground. In fact, I reckon we can go back under, you know. Oh no, we can't because this fucking hits the ground there, doesn't it? Nice. Good job. See, I don't like that. I think we probably need to reconnect. Yeah, we need to this. So on the image I've got, this is like here with this one. So this one, the connection's much closer to the actual road. So that needs to go further down. So that means that this needs to go further this way. That needs to be pushed here. That's okay, we can do that. It's the only thing, you've got to not be afraid to start fresh. Sometimes that's what it takes. Let's maybe start from the bottom this time. So we know where we could do the first one quite easily because we know where that's going. We go maybe here. And then something like that. So then what we can do, okay, yeah, I think I understand what I'm going to do now. This one's going to join up here. Oh wow, that's horrific. That's not great either, is it? Let's make that longer.
Fault Tech cameras. If you want the best, you have got to go big. That's why our cameras are the biggest on the market. Our shutters the loudest. Our lenses the longest. Cameras aren't paperweights. They're tools. Tools used to create. In fact, the most valuable camera is the one that you're afraid to take outside. Fault Tech. Only the best.
Dinosaurus. The only restaurant where the servers are dinosaurs. Our animatronics are so real, you'll think a T-Rex is serving you T-bone. a pterodactyl is serving you teriyaki, that a brontosaurus is serving you chili dogs. Every dish is an archaeological find, like our stegogetti, our raptor burger Rex, or the pile of crumbled sticky brownies adventurously named the Dino Droppings. So, take a trip into the wild at Dinosaurus. You can dine in or dine-o.
A positive mindset is one of the most powerful tools we have to influence our days. Even if things aren't going your way, focus on the bright side. Send good vibes into the universe, and the universe will send some right back at you. I know it can be tough on days when you're feeling down, but give it a shot and experience the power of the human mind. If you need a helping hand to get started, here's a track to set the mood. As always, I'm Deep Thought, and this is the Deep Focus Channel.
Oh,
You okay, pal? Bang your head. What are you doing, you sausage? There's no more food, pal. It's all gone.
I promise. I'm just going to let him out. Where were we? I feel like we were doing something with this road. Turn this around. And we can fix this. This and this. That'll do, I think. Unless we can get it over there. Can. It's a bit of a harsh bend, but the slope is nice. The bend we can fix. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So it's a little bit bigger than what we had before. Oh, you can't see that. Yeah, it's a little bit longer, I think. But that's because of this thing. We could probably sort that out. That doesn't need to be that long. Probably do that actually, that works real nice. It needs to come up a bit here though. I want that to not quite. Yeah. Let's turn that way. Nope, that's horrific. We could get rid of this road actually. Upgrade that to a single and then put another. No? You're not going to let me do that? How rude. suppose what we could do. Could leave that at the height that it currently is. Have it come this way. And then sweep down. How steep is that? That's pretty steep, but over a long enough distance, that's not too bad. That's not great. I'll tell you what, if we put a straight piece, well, straight here, about there. And this is going that way, so we can turn these around.
At Banhammer Bank, we want you to trust us with your money. Because it's with your money that we can make you more money. How? It's not funny business, it's money business. You give your money to us and it will grow with interest. That's the plan, at least. Maybe that's too complicated for you. Imagine planting a money tree in the ground and watering it. Hold on. Imagine if you had a money pet and you fed it more money, and after digesting it would... Okay. You want to go money fishing, so you use a little money to catch a big money. You know, just come in and talk to us. We have even more metaphors that allow us to avoid saying what we really do with your money. Banhammer Bank. Feed the money monster.
Colossal Ore. We are the leading producer of minerals, ore, and natural resources, which means you're benefiting from our services whether you know us or not. No matter what our critics say, at Colossal we care about our employees as well as our customers, which is why we work so hard to get our miners back in the mines where they feel at home. Together we can reunite minerals with the people who love them. Colossal Ore. More than ore.
This is Deep Thought. Welcome back to the Deep Focus channel.
Okay. I think that will do, actually. Is this person using it already? Yeah. Jesus, they go around that on two wheels, don't they? We could probably slow that bend down actually, because that is pretty quick. We can also clean this up now. We're not coming off with 2 branches. Let's do. We need a one-way road. Ideally, we just need 1 lane. The only option for that is a highway, though, isn't it? So that's a shame. Okay, so we want to come off probably here. That works. Nice and straight. Lots of straight lines. You can obviously decorate it and stuff later on. That's okay. I think we need a nice big thing here. What have we got decoration wise? So just checking everything's still working on the stream. How's the sound? How's the sound? Sounds okay to me. Okay. Right, what have we got? Could go with a big arse rock. Or even a selection of big arse rocks. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that. And we can do some other fancy stuff later on. Probably stick a couple of trees and stuff in. Or yeah, it's a bit phallic. Yeah, we can come back with some rocks and trees and we'll make it look nice. Okay, so this is an off-ramp so people can get out of town if they're going we could actually separate this traffic. Problem is, this does look nice. I like this. I will like that one once it's decorated. Let's do this one next. So this is going to be an off-ramp. So I'm thinking Oh, that's a bit steep. That's a bit better. This could do with being a little straighter. Probably just no such luck. Okay, that's that way. That was actually quite easy. And then we'll do the same over here. So how high are you? Let's come off that. I know I don't look like it, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Kind of. Oh, I saw it. Okay. Gorgeous. That's beautiful. That is amazing. Right, so we've got an off ramp there. We've got an off ramp there. They both come down. They both have dedicated left and right lanes. We'll probably mostly go left, or in this case, mostly go right. Now that glare on there when it's raining is quite harsh. Okay, so we've got our incoming traffic and we've got our outgoing and our outgoing. We could probably build them all the same, but I quite like the way that looks, and they're all different. So now we need people in our city, and we've got a bunch of not enough customers, I'm guessing. Yeah, not enough customers because we need more people. That's fine. So let's start here in the middle. We're going to use small rows. We don't want one way. And I'm thinking we'll sort of separate these into two sections. So this bit here to here. That's going to be parkland. I think all of this actually is going to be university, so let's plop that down. University. Whoa. And it's probably going to replace these buildings here. It's not going to need the off-ramp. Okay. So that's going to be... Oh, but an industrial estate. What an idiot. Yeah, I did industry area, not a... dumbass. Dumbass. Actually, the hospital can be included. I'll do. Yeah, I think that works. Beautiful. Okay, that's going to be a campus area, so that's fine. Didn't mean to build those sorts of, but this area here is going to be a park. Might be able to plan that in actually as well. Park area.
Bring the whole family to At the Old Grain Mill, old-fashioned family restaurant. At the Old Grain Mill always has the best service and the best home-style meals in town. We'll make sure you always leave At the Old Grain Mill with a smile and a full belly. Now, be sure that you come down to At the Old Grain Mill, old-fashioned family restaurant, and not the abandoned grain facility at the edge of town. It's not safe for visitors and poses serious risks to anyone who dares enter that old mill, which was forced to close down years ago. We ordered our sign and uniforms before we learned of the existence of that dangerous old flour mill, so we are not responsible for what happened there on that awful night. We just want to focus on making great meals every night at the Old Grain Mill, old-fashioned family restaurant. At the Old Grain Mill, from our family to yours.
Okay.
Hey there, friends. Today
I think
I've been
that's
thinking
looking
about
quite
weather.
good.
That cozy feeling you get when the world
And now we
outside
need
is soft
to
and
put some
vibrant,
roads down.
all the sounds
Oh wow,
just
I'm
blur
invisible.
together under the
Yeah, I need
gentle
to sort
drumming
this
of
green
the
screen out.
clouds.
It's pissing me right off.
That's what we're all about here at the Deep Focus channel. But you know, sometimes you can get lost in that kind of mood. Stay inside and hide from the gray skies. To all of you out there caught in the rain, remember you'll have fresh growth before too long.
it's not moving.
Sternberger, our cars are more than just hunks of metal that take you from point A to point B. They are also composed of industrial plastics, polymers, and rubbers. We also know it's what's in the car that is more important than the car itself. And that's why it can also carry up to 300 kilograms of human, animal, or consumer goods cargo. The climate control device brings the air temperature to 22 degrees Celsius. It's our way of making our cars comfortable for the majority of mammal species. In fact, it is a perfect vessel for transport from short to medium distances, and we believe that the price we are asking is a fair trade for the value transfer to the consumer. Sternberger, more than just an auto. The radio waves are my canvas, and music is my pigment. This is deep thought with deep focus channel.
Vault Tech cameras. If you want the best, you have got to go big. That's why our cameras are the biggest on the market. Our shutters the loudest. Our lenses the longest. Cameras aren't paperweights. They're tools. Tools used to create. In fact, the most valuable camera is the one that you're afraid to take outside. Vault Tech. Only the best.
It might come as a surprise to some of you, but the title of Deep Thought wasn't simply given to me. I had to earn it. Many days of study and meditation lie behind all the deep thoughts, and I claim the title with pride. It's tempting to attribute the success of others to luck or inborn talent, but in fact, every admirable achievement is backed by hours of practice and dedication. Don't assume that you're simply outclassed when you see the success of your peers. Take it as an inspiring reminder of what you will soon achieve. Always in your corner, this is the Deep Focus Channel.
Dinosaurus, the only restaurant where the servers are dinosaurs. Our animatronics are so real, you'll think a T-Rex is serving you T-bone, a pterodactyl is serving you teriyaki, that a brontosaurus is serving you chili dogs. Every dish is an archaeological find, like our stegogetti, our Raptor Burger Rex, or the pile of crumbled sticky brownies adventurously named the Dino Droppings. So, take a trip into the wild at Dinosaurus. You can dine in or dine-o.
Deep thoughts and thought of the day is that you should leave that dial right where it is. Welcome to the Deep Focus channel.
Okay. Oh shit, it's 11 o'clock. Right? Yeah. It is bedtime, ladies and germs. Well, we've done quite a bit. We've done... We'll rename this next time. Look at that setting. It's majestic as fuck. I do need to knock some of these down because these are too tall. But they'll regrow. We'll keep an eye on that. That's my go to bed alarm. Hey Chucky, how are you doing? Hope you've had a good day, my friend. Yeah, we've done a couple of... Well, we've started setting up the these parts here now. So I've broken all these into different districts. I've scoped out park areas and a campus area. So there's going to be a row of leisure districts, shopping, tourism, that sort of thing. Then in between them all, there's going to be a park, just to separate the noise a bit. And then housing. And then at this far end here, we're going to have a campus area, big university. And it's going to use... We've already put a tram... Is it a tram? No, a trolleybus line in here. Oh my god, all these people are using this road rather than coming through the fucking... No man, you know there are people using this one. Okay. Yeah, we've got some interesting interchanges here. This is the one I built today. My nice one. I haven't decorated the other one yet, but this is the nice one. This is an off ramp from, so they can get out of the city. Then we've got an incoming traffic, and then we've got another outgoing one on this side. This one I haven't decorated that much yet, but got that. Those trees need updating, don't they? Let's, instead of tall trees, let's use this little bush shrub thing I've been using. There we go. And someone's going to have to swerve through a tree. And we don't want that. Is that going to happen here as well? Yep. I'm silly. That'll do. And this one doesn't go under, that's fine. Yeah, there's no others that go under. Oh shit, there's a couple of shops that need people. What happened here? No customers. Okay. So we do need to up some of these to high residential as well. In fact, let's do that quickly before I go. Let's get rid of these houses and these ones next to the school. And then all of this upper row. So we already replaced the lower row. Let's do the upper row now. What was this? That was nothing. Let's just do high density there. This will all be high density to there. This will do there. Is that a rogue rock? This can do high, this can do high, and this can do high. So that should also get us very, very close to our target of 13,000 population. Because we hit a problem first thing today, and well, we're still hitting the problem. Let's empty the cemetery because the cemetery is full. We had to dump a temporary cemetery down over here. That's already got 1,000 people in it. Then we had this one. That's already up to 700. What's this one at? The newest one, 139. Okay, so I'm gonna empty this one as well, so that should push all these people this way. Then we've got room. Mind you, we're gonna need them. We're gonna need that room. They've got 70. They've got room for another 2,000. They're gonna need the room because there's like 5,000 people living in Coleridge Park. Why are you killing your people? They're dying of old age because I've been doing this on speed 3. I've made a significant amount of money for some reason. I don't know what I've particularly done other than I've turned on a few policies that help the shops make some money, and I suppose I'm taxing them on that, so that's helping. Let's have a look. Getting a lot from residential zones. Oh yeah, the other thing we need to check actually is garbage. Garbage processing state is we've got more than enough processing capacity, but we have used 83% of our landfill. We could probably set one of these to empty. That's 95% full. That's 70% full. Let's empty that one, and what that'll do is it will empty into the incinerator plant. So the incinerator plant will hold some of the garbage and it will just burn it for power. 11,000 processing per week. It's not bad. But yeah, so I think that's it for me for tonight. Tomorrow we'll probably finish off the park here and add some walking paths in so they can get down to the leisure area without having to go all the way to the end of this road, come down. They can come through sort of this network. They can go through this park, for example. But yeah, we'll build all that tomorrow. Or at some point during the week. Did we unlock anything? We didn't unlock a new tile yet, did we? Another new tile. I think the next new one will unlock. It's probably these two up here. Probably this one first. We can build another coastal bay over there. We did unlock trains though. We got the trains. We got the trains. Which reminds me, actually, I should probably put a train down, because we're going to need to connect this town over here that we're going to build down here, probably something over there, and probably some of the other islands eventually. So a train line coming down here might not be a bad shout. We are going to need a cargo train as well over here. This is going to be our farm. Let's plop that down so I don't forget. This is Fat Farm. Fat University. Yeah, we'll come up with some names for everything else later on. Yeah, it's coming along. We've got makings of a pretty nice looking city so far, I think. Look at that. How's that noise at the... It's not too bad actually, the trees are blocking the bulk of it. Bit of noise down here though. What are you? Oh, you're in the leisure part. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Why are you in there? Yeah, I suppose you are. This should actually then come down here. Glad I spotted that. People would complain otherwise. because leisure districts are very noisy. Let's cut that off there. So now they should rebuild with quieter buildings. $3,700. I want to get that to 5,000 if possible. I think we can do that. A lot of demand for industry or offices. Probably want some offices. Put them near the residential. Could probably put them like here. Okay. Right, I'm done. I'm stopping. I'm gonna save. Where's this? This is FATMANDU. Right. Catch you all later on. Adios.